Hey guys, it's Kevin with REISystems.work.com. In today's video, I'm going to show you the top books every real estate investor should and definitely has to read if they want to make sure they succeed in real estate investing. The reason why I'm creating this list is because without these books, I wouldn't be where I am today. That's how important these books are to me. These books have taught me everything from business management to real estate investing techniques to marketing techniques to people techniques, social techniques, everything that I really needed to be able to succeed in the business. So without further ado, let's get started with the list. The first book that I'm going to talk about is Traction by Gino Wickman. This book is at the top of my list because without this book, I definitely would not be where I am today. Since I started applying the techniques showed in this book, I've been able to scale my business from, let's say, 10 to 15 deals per year to about 45 to 50 deals per year. The systems explained in this book range from, having a scorecard to be able to track your milestones every single day and be able to track your main goals, to how to manage your team, how to manage team meetings, how to set goals for yourself and your team, and things along those lines. Make sure to check this book out. Second book in the list is The EMYTH by Michael Gerber. This book talks about how to treat a business like an actual business. It allows you to get your mind thinking on, okay, how do I take what I'm doing right now, break it down into activities, and make those activities into processes that I can duplicate, I can track, and I can improve on, and most importantly, that you can outsource. This book is a must read, so make sure to check it out as well. The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. This book is amazing. It's very simple. The idea behind this book is super simple, and it's just pretty much think big. Think bigger than what you have been thinking in the past. Make sure you set yourself up for success by setting up goals that are bigger than any goals you've ever set before. Make sure that you're striving and reaching for the moon. Even though if you don't reach the moon, you'll be sure to snatch some stars on the way down. The next book is a book specifically for real estate investors, which is why you're here. It's called Hold. It's mainly for investors that are into the buy and hold aspect of the business. It'll teach you everything from how to manage your properties, how to find rental properties, how to get good deals for rental properties, and really everything you need to know in order to succeed in the buy and hold game. The next book is by far my favorite book I've ever read. It's probably a book that's had the biggest impact on me personally and how I communicate with others. The book is called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This book teaches you everything you need to know that will allow you to make people like you. Remember, people want to do business with people they like and they trust, and this book gives you every tool you need to be able to achieve that. It'll teach you everything from whenever you meet someone to cultivating a relationship to many other tips that will allow you to create great relationships with others around you, specifically with customers. Next book in the list is The Millionaire Real Estate Investor by Gary Keller. As you know, Gary Keller is pretty much the god of real estate, other than, Robert Kiyosaki. He's probably one of the bigger guys. He's, started Keller Williams Realty. He's an author, created many systems, and published many books that me and you would know of today. This book is amazing as well. It'll show you a lot of techniques that I currently use in my business right now that will allow you success in real estate investing. Another must-have book. This book is cool because it actually breaks down the systems that he took when he was getting started in some parts of the book, and it'll show you how you can implement it in your own business. This is pretty much the Bible for real estate investors all throughout. This next book is probably, I would say, the most popular book in the whole list. It's Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I'm gonna go ahead and say that 9 out of every 10 investors that I talk to have begun their real estate investing endeavors because of this book. After reading this book is when they realized that real estate investing or real estate was for them. This book really teaches you about finances, about life. It gives you Robert Kiyosaki's life story. So much to learn from this book. You've probably read this book. If you're watching this book, if you haven't, make sure this is the first one you pick up on the list. This next book has nothing to do with real estate investing, but it made a huge impact on me as a whole, as an investor. So that's why I have it on the list. It's called The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. This book, if you haven't heard before, is one of the bigger mentors' favorite book. Warren Buffett has actually endorsed this book as his favorite book. So many reasons why. I would say that definitely the things that I picked up from this book that I use in my real estate investing business are that the market is there to help you, not to instruct you. So you shouldn't really follow everything that the market is doing. You should take the market as a guide, study it, and make your moves based on what the market is doing. Never do what the market is telling you to do. Make your own moves based on what they're doing. So that's pretty much the biggest takeout of that book for me. And it also shows the differences between an investor and a speculator. As you know, when you're speculating, you're not really investing, you're pretty much gambling. When you're an investor, you're taking data from past performances of whatever you're investing in this case real estate. We could take a market and kind of figure out, okay, where has this gone throughout time and where will it take in a guesstimated, a good guess, where is it going to end? Our next book in our list is Real Estate Investing by Dave Lindow. In this book, he'll teach you everything you need to be able to invest in real estate and succeed anywhere in America, anywhere in your hometown. What I like about this book the most, which is why I added this book to the list, is because he actually adds within the pages contracts and blueprints and guidelines that you can simply rip out and use in your own business. You can take and copy, and really tweak and make it your own. It really puts together a complete guide on how to invest in real estate anywhere in America, and that's why I picked this book. My next book is, again, not a real estate investing book. It's called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. This book is pretty famous. He is a guy who's almost died and survived and made it through the rough bottoms of life and was able to make it on top. And one of his main attributes and main techniques to be able to make it out of his unfortunate situations is having a miracle morning, is having a set group of activities that he does every single morning. This is something that I've been practicing since I read this book about 2 years ago. Every single morning I have a miracle morning. It's a routine, something that helps my day get going better. This book is a must read for sure, as for entrepreneurs, for really anybody. If you want to improve the quality of your life, this book is a must read. The One Thing, again, by Gary Keller, is another book that the main focus of this book is to pick one thing that if you were to do it correctly and if you were to do it efficiently, everything else in your to-do list wouldn't matter. You wouldn't have to do, or you could just do it the next day. It's picking that one thing that's very, very important, and it should be the focus of your whole day. Get that thing, make sure you outline it, you make sure you know exactly what you need to do, and you do it first thing in the morning. It wouldn't be a complete list of books if I didn't add a book that would actually help you better read these books. It's called Super Reading Secrets by Howard Berg. And this book pretty much tells you how to be able to efficiently read a book really fast, pretty much speed reading, and I added this book but because I read so many books. I wanted to be able to be more efficient. I'm sure this is something that will help you out. Next book in the list is Getting Things Done by David Allen. This book is, again, another must read. All of these books I'm so excited about. This one's one of those that has pretty much changed my life. This book will tell you how to organize your to-do list, how to organize your mind, get everything off your mind and put it into paper and organize it to where you know that things will get done in a timely manner and done correctly. Another book in our list is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's another one of those timeless hits that everybody must read, that most people have read. It really tells you how to set a blueprint of goals and how to achieve goals, how to believe in yourself, how to think big. It's a must have for entrepreneurs in any business, specifically for real estate investors. Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. It's another one of those books. It's a very cool, very short book. It's only about 100 pages or so, maybe even 80 pages, but it tells you 21 tips that you can follow to have a more productive day. As you know, when you're an entrepreneur and you work on your own time frame, sometimes it gets a little hectic, sometimes it gets easier to procrastinate. This book will help you. The big book, very famous book, is The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. This book opened my mind to creating processes that would help me get away from my business, have more time to myself, have better peace of mind, and be able to outsource more things out of my business. That's pretty much what I got out of that book. Of course, if we're talking about the 4-Hour Workweek, we're going to talk about virtual assistants, which is why I'm adding Chris Ducker's Virtual Freedom. This book tells you everything you need to know about how to find, deal with, manage, pay, everything you need to know about virtual assistants. It'll tell you the scripts you need to use to hire them, the scripts you need to use to manage them, how to pay them. And this is very important in my business. I currently have 8 virtual assistants that work for me in various areas of my business, so this book was definitely a huge value to me. Again, another EMYTH book, but this one specifically for real estate investors. It's again by Michael Gerber, but it adds the guys from Fortune Builders and CT Homes. This book is it'll tell you how to make processes, how to break down activities and make processes specifically for real estate investors. I pretty much copied their whole system, and that's what I'm running in my business right now. Another buy and hold book is Build Wealth One House at a Time. One of those books that you, if you're into buy and hold, you definitely appreciate it. And last but not least, The Richest Man in Babylon. This book is a story. It's pretty much a story about a guy who's wealthy. The main meaning of this book is to really know the why of money, why you want money, what to do with money, know the importance of money and why wealth is important in your life. I think that as real estate investors, we're in the business to make money, but it is important to know why we want to make money and why making money is important, why having money, having wealth is important. This book kind of teaches you that in a story type of way. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. Make sure you visit my website at reisystemsatwork.com. You subscribe to the YouTube channel, you subscribe to the website, and you opt in to receive more free content just like this directly to your inbox.